Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode on the Hitchhikers SMP. It is me, CurtisDoesADig, the love of your life. And over here, I have a bunch of decorated pots because today we are going to be working on figuring out a few things. What I would like to do is actually choose a few of these pots to act as indicators for different areas inside the dungeon. So, like, for example, we have this fishing rod here, right? And a lot of the puzzles in the dungeon are going to require the fishing rod. So maybe for those kinds of puzzles, we can indicate that it requires a fishing rod to solve. And I'm looking at some of these other ones. I actually don't know what to do for certain things. Like this one can for sure be used for like the XP stations or maybe like the brewing stations. Ooh. No, no, no. We're going to use this one for the brewing station because like the blaze powder, right? And then this one for the XP station because the bottles. Huh? Huh? And then maybe like this one for whoop, there it is. Maybe this one for like a regeneration room. That'll have like the regen effect from a beacon, maybe. I would like one for the library, one for the anvil stations. For the library, I might go with this one. This one's the skull pattern. And inside the library are going to be a bunch of skeletons, so I think that'll work. For the anvil one, I'm trying to figure out if I should use the sword or the pickaxe. Technically, you're not going to have either of those inside the dungeon anyway, so I'm really not sure. I think maybe we'll go with the sword for the anvil repair station. Now, is there anything else I can use these for? I mean, there is going to be a shop, and we're going to be using emeralds for that. So maybe like we could use these for shops. Whoops, put that in the row, please. Um, Maybe we could use this for like the vaults because in the city area there's going to be some vaults that you can unlock for some treasures. And Gort wants to introduce a respawning mechanic for certain puzzles, and I'm wondering if maybe we can indicate that with like the broken heart. So like you would have to die in those rooms, as opposed to being healed. Okay, I've been sitting here for a while trying to figure out what these ones should be, and honestly, I am not sure. But we do have all of these to look forward to. Let's go ahead and tear these down. Oh, that is so satisfying. I like that a lot. And these ones too. I already took my screenshot. But with that being said, I think it is time for a little bit of an adventure. I got my brush. I'm ready to go find some more pottery shards. And I'm gonna try to get 12 of each. Let's see how I do. For those of you that don't know, I have a mod that I developed myself called Sus Saver, and what Sus Saver does is it prevents you from accidentally breaking suspicious sand and suspicious gravel. And so already you can see it saying like, oh, this is a brushable block, or there's a brushable block 1 block above this block. And it's really going to come in handy while we do this. So here we go. Let's see if we can get some shards. What do we got here? Okay, minor. Not bad, not bad. We need to get prize and skull from here, though. So let's... Oh, another minor. Is that all we're going to get here? Please. So we need to get 12 of each of the ones we're looking for. So we got another skull one. That's really good. Let's just keep it going. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize a husk was the last mob that I need for the advancement monsters hunted. Kill one of every hostile monster. Oh my goodness. Of course, it was a husk of all things. That's nuts. Ooh, pretty. Guys, I have spent too long on this. I have out of the 9 that I've chosen for the deep and the different areas in the deep, we have 4 of them all collected. We have Blade, we have Plenty, we have Brewer, and we have Prize. But the rest, we're not quite there yet. We need more Skull, Burn, Heartbreak, Heart, and Angler. We did, however, get a bunch more for some of these other ones, and maybe we can make like some hieroglyphics or something. We got plenty of Mourner, of the Miner, the Archer, Explorer, and a few others. And Red Gabs was gracious enough to donate these to us, which I'm really, really excited about. So thank you so much, Gabbers. Now, personally, I'm really tired of doing all this fishing. I'm tired of going to these ocean monuments for sponges. Tired of finding buried treasure for the heart of the sea. And I'm tired of going 14,000 blocks for some pottery sherds. So, we are going to take a break from all that, and we are going to go ahead and set up a brewing setup. Set up a brewing setup. Yup, that's what I said. In total, I think I'm going to need 9 blaze rods, and that is just to make 9 brewing stands, because each one will make 3. That'll make 1 full shulker box each time we brew up some potions. And to be quite frank, I didn't plan out any of this, so we're probably going to have to go back and forth on a few things. Okay, and I'm not sure, I can't remember if when you have a dispenser full of empty glass bottles and you use it on a water source, what happens? Okay, so it immediately shoots out. Now, does it get stuck in the water or does it fall underneath? Okay, it gets shot out of the dispenser. Okay, I could use that. Okay, so something like this ought to work. So we'll have a dispenser pointing down into this little water source right here. And when we flip this switch, what's going to happen is this dispenser is going to basically shoot out the glass bottles into the water, filling them up. And they will go into the hoppers, which of course will fill up these hoppers below with water bottles that will go directly into the brewing stand. We also have some blaze powder in this hopper already, just to immediately go into the brewing stand when a blaze powder gets used up. And right now I just have these comparators in the back. These will light up to tell me if there are items in here or not. So right now there are no items in this hopper, so I know that if I really want to make sure that this is always stocked, I need to put more blaze powder into this hopper here. And obviously into these slots as well, so that this will be lit up. Same thing for the water bottles. This will light up if there are water bottles in this hopper. But if not, that means that I need to restock this one. In fact, let's go ahead and fill up these. Ah, yes, okay, so I messed up a little bit. I left this running too long and it created a bunch of empty water bottles that are now sucked up into my inventory. But they... Oh, that's something I didn't consider, is that this hopper would get filled with blaze powder now. Righto, well, one step at a time. What we're going to do to resolve the first issue is I am going to break this. And yes, it is going to get water everywhere, which is not the biggest concern because I'm about to do this, which will, if I can, there we go, it blocks off the water. And so now I could put some now I could put some full water bottles in here. And that'll take care of that. That is perfect. Let's grab that out of there. That way, if I fill it up too much, I can always just pick them up and then throw them into the shulker box. So if I don't want the blaze powder to take over the spots where the water bottles are, well, actually, okay, it looks like I can pull it no problem. I am worried that it will sometimes... Yeah, okay, so if I'm not fast enough, it could potentially fill up with the blaze powder, and that is something I am a little bit nervous about. But if I am pulling out the bottles from here, what I can do is lock this hopper, and then I don't have to worry about it. The water bottles will go in first. Okay, I've been doing a little bit more testing. So when the potions are finished, I want to unlock this hopper, allowing the potions to come through. And when that happens, we are going to lock this hopper to make sure that the water bottles fill up first. Once that is ready, this will unlock the hopper, and then the blaze powder will have an opportunity to go through again. Now, the reason I'm using a target block here is because I do want a cleric villager for this brewing stand and for all the brewing stands I'm going to have for this setup. And to do that, I'm going to need some sort of block that can be powered that will lock the hopper. And the easiest way to do that would either have a signal going directly into a block. Like if I use sandstone right here, for example, I'd need like a repeater or something going into it and the redstone line back here. But with a target block, I could have the signal go along right here and just immediately connect to each target block. Okay, I'm starting to get satisfied with the results of this. So I have 3 setups right here. All 3 of these are full of blaze powder, and then all of these, well, not all of them apparently. Hold on. Give me 1 sec. This should only be a second now. Let's do that. How we doing? All right, we're up to here, just a little bit more. I don't want to fill it up too much. All right, let's go right there. I think that's fine. So all of these are filled with water. Oh, whoops. That's not good. Okay, so if I can get this to fall off the edge here. Ah, dang it, the warped trapdoor gets in the way. I may have to move this section of it just a little bit over, maybe by like, I don't know, 2 blocks, maybe even just 1 block. Just so the minecart can travel over these rails without getting stuck. Otherwise, some of these are going to get multiple ingredients at once, which should not be happening. Okay, so I've moved it over a little bit and I have set up this powered rail here. So essentially when the hopper minecart comes by, it will deliver one of each item in here and then the powered rail will send it back. The only problem is right here, it will actually add more items than necessary. And then as it goes back, it's also going to be adding items. So what I have to make sure is that each ingredient only gets 9 items added to it. That way, when the ingredient comes over, it'll only put in 9 different ingredients. So we'll have 9 brewing stands and 1 ingredient for each as it comes by. Okay, so I think this design will kind of work. So the hopper minecart will stay right here, and then when it is ready to be sent off, it'll go down this rail, and over each hopper, it'll drop 1 item in. It'll reach the end, head on back, and stop right here. The hopper minecart will only have 1 set of 9 items at a time. So it might be, the nether wart. It could be like pufferfish for water breathing potions. It could be the redstone to extend it, that kind of thing. And it'll only have 9 at a time as it goes through this like 2-way circuit is what I'll call it. So now I just got to figure out how to do a dropper pulse 9 times. So let's get to work. All right, this is attempt number 1. Let's see what we get. And I completely forgot to actually do this correctly. Okay, so this seems to work. So 1 tick pulse from the observer into the repeater at 3 ticks into this pulse extender. And the observer detects the changes in the redstone signal to power the dropper. And this will dispense 9, or not dispense, drop 9 items at a time, which is exactly what we're looking for to fill up the hopper minecart that's going to sit right here. So what I think I actually need to do, so I mean, right now all I have is this. We have some droppers in a water stream that will go down the chute into the hopper minecart. But I think what I'm going to do is set up this system to use multiple buttons. So, for example, one button to choose the ingredient, it will pop out those ingredients, they'll go into the hopper minecart. One button to send the hopper minecart, and I want to have this separate from the system that actually drops them, just in case I accidentally choose the wrong one. It gives me the opportunity to go into there, pull them out, and try it again without having to waste the ingredients. So that's two buttons so far. A third button to actually pull the potions out of the brewing stand, because sometimes there may be cases where I need to throw in multiple ingredients. In fact, that's going to be most of the time, considering I'm going to need to put in the nether wart first and then the actual potion ingredient. And if I want to extend that potion, got to add in redstone, or if I want to make it a splash potion, I'm going to need to add in gunpowder. So we don't want that to be automatically pulled out. And then when the potions are getting pulled out, these redstone blocks will lock the blaze powder hoppers. And let's see, I think that's really it. And then all the potions will come down here. I'll put down like a shulker box or a chest or something to collect everything, and that should be good to go. But as of right this second, I don't really have a whole lot of ingredients I'm noticing. I went to go check my brewing stand chest, and we're very low on pretty much everything. We have some potions here, that's great and all, but not a whole lot of ingredients to work with. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop on stream real quick, and we're going to go collect as many of these ingredients as we can. Okie dokie, it has been a few days, and a few streams later, we have set up this little thing over here. We have 9 cleric villagers. The water bottle dispenser is still working. We've added a few ingredients to some droppers up here. We have fermented, oh, this is regular spider eye, sugar, golden carrots, pufferfish, netherwort, fermented spider eye, glistening melon, gas tears, phantom membrane, and gunpowder. And we're going to add some dragon's breath and rabbit's feet to this as well. During the stream, I also realized we're going to need some turtle scutes for the Turtle Master potions. But those are going to be manual for this, because what we have here is going to be using a hopper minecart, which only allowed for 5 items, and the turtle shell actually is going to take up 1 full stack worth. So it's not going to work out for this system. Oop! But I just heard these crack. We are now hatching some turtle eggs in here. We have a little turtle scute farm going on. So once these hatch, we'll have a bunch of baby turtles sliding around in here. And when they grow up, we'll be able to get those scutes to make those turtle shells. So what I'm working on now is actually the system that's going to be popping out 9 of these items at a time. So if we get into free cam, we have this redstone line and the sticky pistons with target blocks. When an ingredient is selected, the sticky piston will push the target block down and it will attach to this redstone line. And then these redstone lines will work off of this system, which I showed you guys earlier, how it dispenses or drops 9 different items. Oh, also, real quick, I want to mention and give like a really nice big shout out to Fuzzy Logic, who has given me potions of fire resistance, splash potions of fire resistance, netherwort. Oh my goodness. All of these shulkers are just full of this stuff because he is acquiring just a ton of it at his bartering hall. So massive thank you to you, Fuzzy Logic. Okay, this should be good to go. So if I hit this note block, I'm not going to do it right this second, but if I did, it will activate this redstone signal. The pulse extender will slowly go down. The observer will detect that and power this redstone. And currently none of the target blocks are down, so I don't have to worry about it. So I guess I could hit it real quick just to show you. There we go. Works like a charm. So I think all that I need now is the dragon's breath and the rabbit's feet. So I'm just going to put those droppers up on top here. And let's do this, because I do want to separate them just a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Okay, and similar to the other target blocks, we're just going to put those up here like that. I am going to have to run a redstone line up to these top ones, but that's really it. The only problem is right now I only have 9 rabbit's feet, and so this is only going to be able to run once for potions of leaping. But eventually we will get more and we will be able to stock those up. Okay, I ended up having to move this set of target blocks and sticky piston because when it was above, I had to somehow get the line up on top, and I staircased it up and it was powering both of these without the target blocks being there, and we do not want that. So I moved it here, so when this target block gets pushed down, this line will activate it. But now I gotta figure out the rabbit's feet one. Okay, I think this will do. I had to add an observer at the end, but I'm putting the, what are they called? But I'm putting the rabbit's foot at the end on this side, and I think that will do. So now I just have to make the system that will allow me to select the ingredient and then press the button to actually drop them. Okay, I think I have finally gotten everything that I need. So let's go ahead and give this a try. I'm going to flick this lever to activate the nether wart. Let's press the button. Let this go. And then when it's done, I can unflick that. Let's make sure. Got 9 nether wart in there. Press the button. And all of these are now being brewed up with 1 piece of nether wart each. Look at it go. Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and try swiftness now. Let's turn that on. Hit that. Okay. And now if I hit the button with the 9 pieces of sugar, we're going to start getting potions of swiftness. All right, here we go. And once that is done, I could hit this button right here and it's going to pull all these potions out. So let's see. All right, potion of swiftness. Press the button. Oh, it didn't work right. Oh, dang it. All right, well, I am at a loss right this second on what I need to do. I might need to move these hoppers over to the right one and lock the middle one. So make this the middle hopper, and then I'll lock it and then have another hopper on the back. But right now, I think I'm done working on this for now. I will just manually take out the potions for now. But overall, I am pretty happy with the design of this. It doesn't look very pretty, but it's very functional and it works, and it'll be a lot faster. I am now realizing I'm missing redstone dust and glowstone dust here. So that'll have to be taken care of in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember, if you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing and clicking that notification bell to get notified when I upload a video. If you're not following already, please consider following me on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and supporting me on Patreon. All at CurtisDoesADig. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hope to see you guys in the next episode. Have a good one.